Hello and welcome to the Community Gamers UK. It's Lewis here, and I'm joined by Patrick and Alex, and we're going to be talking about Heroes of the Storm and whether it has a place in the market or not.
Hello.
Hello.
Kind of missed the hello, but whatever. Yeah.
Fine. Go with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the main topic of today is, well, I got into the Heroes of the Storm beta, the closed beta, and the first thing when I jumped into the game, I've been told a lot that it's quite a casual MOBA, like it's one of the more casual games in the MOBA genre, and I was wondering, once I started playing it, whether it is actually that casual and whether it really has a place in the market. I don't know what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've played a lot of League of Legends.
Mm.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Yeah, indeed.
So I don't know. I've seen a bit on it. Like you showed me some today. It's quite interesting because there's quite a few minor and then obviously major differences between the games.
It seems to try and make itself independent, but
Yeah,
doesn't.
but it's difficult. It's difficult to make yourself independent with a MOBA because there's certain things that you've got to kind of stick to get other people who have played MOBA's attention.
Yeah, let's not forget MOBA is a very specific genre. It's not like a shooter where you can go all manner of ways. It's a MOBA has a set sort of almost a rule set within already. So you're very limited to what you can do in the MOBA genre. And I think one of the games that sort of pushes the boundaries of this a lot is actually Smite. And Alex, you've played a lot of Smite, haven't you?
I have played quite a lot of Smite. I'm not going to deny that. I really like it. I prefer it to every other system, mainly because the controls, I just find them easy because it's third person.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it was successful, is because it actually does bring something new.
Yes.
In it being third person.
Yeah. It's interesting. So the first thing that jumped out at me when I booted up Heroes of the Storm was how much it cost to buy a character. We're talking like
God, yeah.
We're talking about £7 British. It's about $10 for one character. It's outrageous.
That's pretty crazy. And it was 7,000 in-game coins. And I think I caught a glimpse when I was watching you play. I think you had a defeat, and that was 20 coins. I don't know how much a win is.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So,
I thought League of Legends was. I mean, for a 6,300, which is like in-game money kind of thing. You really have to work for that. That's a good. Well, for me at least, that's I don't know, 2-3 weeks of playing, saving money. Maybe not that much, but it is quite a sizable.
Did you say 7,200?
No, 3,000. There's 6,300 for League of Legends.
No, on Heroes of Storm.
7,000 in-game coins.
yeah.
So
So,
if you consistently lost, it would take you 350 games to unlock one character.
Yeah, that's.
yeah.
I mean, with League of Legends, you have the win of the day system, which is nice because that's 150 points or IP when you win a game, which is nice. I mean, it gives you a little boost.
Yeah, so of course we'll be running the footage in the background of this, comparing sort of prices from the different games. But how much does it cost to buy one character? Sort of, if you can to convert that to real money, like in terms of riot points.
For the most expensive character, it's 975 RP.
Yeah.
To buy 840 RP is 450.
Okay.
So I'd say about £6 maybe, which is
that varies, doesn't it, within League of Legends?
Yeah, that's for the high end character. That's for the most expensive.
Yeah, see, in League of Legends, in Heroes of the Storm, it does not vary at all. Each character that is currently up there, they're all consistently £7 or about $10 US. And I think that's outrageous. And I'd like to say that once it come out of closed beta, they're gonna maybe reduce the price a little bit, because obviously there is a charge to get into the game currently. But I don't know if they can do that. They'd have to reimburse people that had already paid, and I think it would get very messy.
Like, you can currently buy into the game. Is it 30 British pounds?
I think it's something along that lines, yeah.
So you're paying £30, and then you're also playing £7.
Yeah, I think you get a couple characters. I think you get a couple characters for buying in, but I didn't buy in myself.
That's insane.
It is.
It's
It is
a lot of
insanity.
money.
Now, Smite has a nice system, and you know a lot about this, don't you, Alex?
Well, I couldn't quote you how much each individual god costs, but I do know that when you're playing in game, it takes you quite a long time. Not as long as Heroes of the Storm to unlock characters. But it does take you quite a long time to unlock them in-game,
Yeah.
I find, which is kind of frustrating. Although there isn't quite as long a list of gods as there are champions in, say, League of Legends.
Yeah, you can see me scrolling down in the background here, like how many champions there are in League of Legends. It is actually ridiculous. And then you've got skins on top of that, which triples the amount, I guess. If each champion has 3 skins, like, on average.
At least, yeah. I mean, one game none of us played, but I know that has a different system to both of them, is Dota.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know what's... Alex, do you know what system it has? I think...
Dota.
Is it like all the... Wasn't like all the characters are free, or am I thinking of something else?
Well, how about you look that up? How about you look that up, Alex, and we'll talk about in-game items, because...
Do you want me to quickly cover the Smite pricing?
Yeah,
Again,
of course.
There's the Ultimate God Pack, which you can buy for Smite, which basically you can pay a price of £20.99 or £21 to unlock absolutely everything in-game. Well, is in all of the gods.
Is that everything that's going to be released in the future? Is that like a...
It is all god. I'm not sure. I don't think it includes skins, but it's every single god and every god which will ever come out.
Okay, so that does get you set, and that's
So
£21. So that's for the price of 3 characters in Heroes of the Storm.
Exactly. You get every
god that has
god.
existed or will ever exist on your plate.
Will ever exist.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good system, because it's not pay to win, which is good, because obviously having more characters gives you somewhat of an advantage against like a newer player, but it doesn't give you some like game changing advantage.
No, and let's not forget, it's really learning how to play that one character. I don't know about in Smite, but I have played a bit of League of Legends myself and some of Heroes of the Storm, and it is really learning that one character and how that character behaves and how that character plays. And I think having a range of characters almost hinders you, because some of them are so similar, and I think learning how one character plays is what's going to stand you in the best stead against an opponent, really, opposed to having a wide range.
And another thing on the character front, at least, I was watching, I think, one of Day 9's videos a while ago, and it said he said how there was this study, like, in backstory, and that they had, like, I think it was a range of jams. I think it will make sense of it. They had about 100 different brands of jam in a shop, and they left it there for like a couple of days, and they saw how many people bought the jams, and then the next day they had like 5 or, I don't know, 10 brands, let's say. And it turned out more people bought jam when there was only 10 brands than they did when there was 100, because there's obviously less choice, so you're, I don't know, you feel more inclined to buy it. You don't feel like you have to make up your mind about what brand to sit. With League of Legends, there's just so many characters that sometimes you just don't know what character you want to play. So you think, oh yeah, I'll have a game, then you get in, then you think, oh, what characters do I want to play? And then you stop, because you I don't know, sometimes I think I don't know what character I want to play, and then I think I don't want to play anymore, because
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, especially when if you like you were saying, if it takes you a couple of weeks to save up for a character, it's a lot of pressure. It sounds silly, and it's just a game, but there's such choice, and you've saved up for a couple of weeks. You really want to make that correct decision.
Yeah, it's which one do you buy? Because it's going to take me a long time to get the next one.
Exactly.
I actually want this one?
And then you second guess yourself and think, oh, maybe I'll just buy this person. Or...
Yeah, and I think that is where Smite comes in handy with that deal, getting everyone that has existed and will ever exist.
I find also on Smite, I find it easier than the other games to switch between characters.
Yeah.
I just, maybe it's because I prefer the control system, but I can switch easily between a area of effect mage and a ranger single target.
Yeah.
Really, really quite easily.
Yeah.
I find, anyway.
Yeah.
Much easier than in the other games.
Okay, so let's talk game modes, right? So League of Legends notoriously has few game modes, but currently we can't really judge Heroes of the Storm because it's in closed beta. It has one game mode, I believe. And you can correct me if I'm wrong.
It does have quite a few different maps.
It does have a few maps, yeah.
we'll touch on in a bit.
Yeah, it does have a few maps, but one game mode, but that's kind of to be expected from a closed beta, and we can't really say too much on that front, because different game types are often not the priority and will be released in the future, especially judging it against a game such as League of Legends that has been around for such a long time.
Yeah.
But how about Smite? Smite has a few game modes, does it not?
Smite has 5 game modes.
Okay.
So you've got the basic Conquest, which is basically League of Legends style gameplay.
Yeah.
But you got 3 lanes.
Standard MOBA.
Standard MOBA, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got Arena.
Yeah.
Which is it's like you're in the amphitheatre in Rome.
Yeah, I've seen. I've that's the mode I've played when I had a couple games of Smite.
It's the most fun mode, I find. It's really cool.
Great with friends too.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. So I think with that in mind, also, I'm not sure about with League of Legends. I'm not sure how much you find this, Pat. But especially with Heroes of the Storm, with such a new game, I have found it no fun to queue alone, and I really want you guys to get this game because.
Yeah, I mean, I went through a phase of League of Legends where I just wouldn't queue alone. I'd have to have someone like there just to. I mean, not to I would just prefer it when I had another person there.
Yeah.
I think that's mainly because League of Legends is intimidating.
Yeah, there is not.
Is.
The community is notorious
for being bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of got over it now because I don't care. I mean, I don't play it as much. So
what you mean by that is you have become that person, basically.
No, not really. It's just because
yeah.
I used to be scared to go into a game because what if I didn't get my role? What if I had to do something else? What if I fed? Like, all these things are going through your mind. But now, I think because I play the game less, I kind of just go into a game. I don't care where I go. I just do whatever. And if I feed, I feed.
Yeah.
I don't purposely feed, but if it happens, it just happens.
Okay, Alex, so how's queuing alone in Smite, for example, then? Do you find it a distinct disadvantage to queue alone in Smite?
I think the people in Smite are nicer than the people in other.
Oh yeah, it's not
MOBAs.
difficult to be nicer than
You can't get into a game by yourself in League or Dota because you get screwed out. If you do anything wrong. Literally, you last hit a minion when you're not supposed to, and the whole chat just rages at you for about half an hour.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. But Smite, yeah, it's cool. Maybe it's because I find it easier than the other one, so I can actually play the game properly.
Yeah, now that's my biggest issue.
As much as I'm not as bad.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
I really suck at MOBAs, but I love the idea of them. Like, I am enthralled by the idea of MOBA, but I really suck. I suck so bad. As a community such as the League of Legends community doesn't really allow you that growth, does it?
No.
This is the thing. It really puts a ceiling on the people that are interested, and they're nice people. Those people, they don't really get through that sort of original push. And do you think that Heroes of the Storm will fulfill that role, or do you think as time goes on it will just fall to the prey of League of Legends? Do you think it will go the same way?
I think eventually it might, because I don't know, when a game's new, it seems like there's lots of new players. But about a year ago, I made a second account just because, when you get bored of you make a second account, and my friend and I
can't say I've ever done that, but
No,
Yeah,
neither.
but I mean,
I'll go along with you on that one.
when you reach level 30, you're sitting there for ages, and we thought, oh, why not try another account just
Just
for
because you
fun.
couldn't get a bronze, you thought maybe that your account had been hacked or something. You had to try a different account.
Yeah, I mean, I used this account for one day, pretty much. And we went into because you have to play bot games until level 3 now. I don't know how long that's
that
been.
really sucks as well.
Yeah, I think that's why we stopped. But went to a bot game, and 4 out of the 5 players already had. This was their at least second account. So I mean, for new players, it's even more intimidating.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have so many of these players that have already played before. So
Yeah, you're not even surrounded by other new players. Yeah.
They just expect you to know everything, like what items you need to buy, what.
Yeah, you're playing a level 2 bot game and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you not God?
Yeah, so I mean that's another problem, which I mean Heroes of the Storm won't that won't be a problem. for
Yeah.
a while, but I think it
Yeah.
might become a problem.
So yeah, maybe it's a bit too soon to judge on that front.
Yeah.
So the reason
Can I quickly go back to the game modes?
yeah, of course,
on
of course.
the sites? Sorry, I had to go. I went through Conquest and Arena, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then we've got Assault,
Right.
which
What's
is
that?
basically ARAM on League.
Right.
Oh, okay. All
It's-
random, all mid.
Random gods, 5 people, 1 lane.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, pretty much. Then you've got Joust, which you might have seen people on YouTube play. It's for small teams fight, 1 lane. So you
That's
got 3v3.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically 1 lane but smaller.
Okay.
And then you've got Siege, which is the last mode. It's 2 lanes, where each team tries to acquire siege weapons,
Interesting.
make their pushing of the lanes quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
So basically, it's the person to destroy opposing towers and phoenixes and all that stuff quicker with siege towers and stuff. It's really
okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Because League of Legends has, classic 5v5. Then it has 3v3, which is definitely played a lot less than 5v5.
Mhm.
Dominion, which is played even less. ARAM.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, Dominion. You
I
forget
forgot
Dominion
about that.
exists. I think you play it, and then after like 1 or 2 games, you kind of just get bored and just think,
That's like a capture the flag kind of thing, isn't it?
yeah, like you have like things you gotta like take. Like, should I stop Battlefront? How you take command posts?
There's a bit of a callback there, man.
Yeah.
Right, relevant. That game's coming out this year.
Yeah.
What, Battlefront 3, yeah. Jice, is it?
Hmm?
Jice is making behind that game.
Dice.
I swear,
Dice.
I always thought it was a J because the logo is so J. It always
Yeah.
looked like a J. Okay, I was young, right?
But they, and then there was like every now and I think those are just the 4 standard game modes now. Then every now and again they release like a limited edition game mode that's there for like a month or 2.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
also a thing on Smite. It was like the daily game, so it'd be like themed, like
That's
I don't know,
interesting.
for Christmas there'd be certain gods which are kind of relevant to like festive.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
interesting. That's interesting.
Like during like bank holidays or something like that, there'll be specific events, or there might be one day there might be unlimited gold. So you just buy whatever items you want, and everyone's killing each other like crazy at the
What, and
beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It's really fun. It's not
Okay,
really
yeah,
on
that
Android.
leads me on to the next thing actually. So the in-game items. So that's something that Heroes of the Storm has done away with. What do you guys reckon to that?
I mean, it seems alright, but I think one thing I like about League is that that some characters can be so versatile with items.
Mm.
So you can build them like one end of the spectrum, like full damage, or you can go the complete opposite end of the spectrum and go full tank.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, and that's all done through items. I mean, and I think taking that away, it might somehow limit the versatility of certain champions
Okay.
or characters.
Sure. So
Yeah.
looking at that through the eyes of a guy that's new to a MOBA, however, I have a different opinion. And I'd say that, in fact, one of the hardest things of LoL, and the thing that always put me off, was finding a build. And I know
Oh.
there's online guides for builds, but I read, like, there's all these letters, and, like, you're saying AD carry, you're like, it's just like, what am I doing? Like, it just puts me off immediately. So I think that was... For me, that was one of the key things in like simplifying the MOBA genre and putting it into this casual front. I think that really helped this game in that sense. But I do agree with you though. I think once I get better at Heroes of the Storm, I'll start to look for more, and I think it would be in the items where I'd find it.
Yeah.
I think this is where like Smite meets the mid ground.
Okay.
Smite has things where it does auto level skills and auto buys items.
Yeah, that's
so you
interesting.
can set before the game. You can find a list of like an item list, an item build which you want to follow. You can put it into. You can change the recommended list of your god, so you can change it to whatever you want, and then it will auto buy the items in the game for you.
Yeah,
So you don't even have to.
Yeah.
You can literally do it before the game.
I like that.
You can go into the game and it'll buy it for you, so you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
in the game.
see, I think I need to play some Smite.
Yeah, I think
Well,
you-
some
I
more
think you quite like it.
Smite at least.
I like League of Legends because 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 Because, you know, before I go into a game, sometimes I think, oh yeah, I think that mindset, oh yeah, I want to play this person full tank. But then when I'm actually in the game, I change my mind. And I think if I changed my mind in Smite, I'd be, you know...
Screwed.
I don't know. Yeah, kind of like, I think, oh, well... Or I'd be like, why didn't I choose this item instead of this one? Like, there's a lot of choice in League, which I think... I don't know, like, it's very... Sometimes some games are very situational. You get to, I don't know, like a 60-minute game, everyone has a full build, and then... But in order to win, sometimes you just need to change the items that you have so that it allows you to win.
You can do that in Smite as well. You can turn off... during the game, you can turn off auto-level skills and auto-level items. You can turn it off and buy whatever you want.
Yeah,
you just can't turn it back on again.
But is what Pat's saying is once you go down one route, is it harder to then switch if you've been auto-leveling?
It's exactly the same as League. You can turn items and buy upgrades back.
Jesus, sorry.
Yeah, I do like... I think for new players, the Hero of the Storm thing is better. But
yeah,
I think
I agree. Yeah.
Experienced players, they might see some kind of... They might think, oh, I want to do more damage. I want to be tankier. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I think are they planning to add an in-game shop, or are they going to leave it?
No, I think they've left it like this purposely. I wouldn't imagine it would get to this stage without an in-game shop.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think, yeah. It's an interesting one, and that goes back to our main question of: is there really have Blizzard seen a gap in the market that isn't there? Like with Smite existing, is there really this gap in the market? Do you think they're trying to pull off a compromise between sort of League of Legends and maybe Smite? They're trying to pull off that sort of compromise, right?
Yeah.
But is it working? Like in your guys' opinion, is it working, or are they just like trying to get the please everyone and pleasing no one?
That's a good point. The pleasing everyone, pleasing no one. That's good because I don't know. I think you said they were trying to make it more kind of casual.
Yeah.
Like are games like shorter than League? Because League games are like 20.
I've heard that Heroes of the Storm games are a lot shorter.
Yeah, you're looking around 15 to 20 instead of exactly.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that's good. I think that instantly makes it more casual. I think the fact that you don't have to worry about buying items, I think that also makes it more casual.
Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah, that's think
sorry. Yeah.
There is kind of a gap in the market, I suppose, for that kind of game, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we've got to look again. Blizzard are good at making fun games. People that have like a high sort of skill ceiling and making them fun for everyone. You just got to look at Hearthstone, man. Like, think about Magic. I love the concept of Magic. Could never get into it. Never knew anyone that played around here, like a physical game. Never really understood the game properly. Hearthstone, got into the closed beta, watched a couple videos. I could go, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that they're trying to do the same again, you know, in the MOBA genre.
I can't see it being as big a success as Hearthstone.
Yeah, but you can draw many comparisons though. Like thinking about, you know, everyone loves, you know, especially true Blizzard fans. They want to see their favorite characters again and again. You know, you see that in Hearthstone. You see the WoW characters, and here you see StarCraft characters. You see LoL characters. No, sorry. You see Diablo characters, and you see Warcraft characters, and I think that's really interesting because before they were drawing on the Warcraft market, they were sort of siphoning some people off, and now they're going in all directions, and I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, it broadens their I don't want to say it's not in-game market, but it's kind of like just into Blizzard market.
Yeah,
it's like a franchise kind of market.
Into Blizzard breeding.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you load up the launcher, everything's nicely laid out. You've got all the games by the side. It's really easy to just choose one game.
Yep. I do like Diablo 3. Fell into the same trap as everyone else on the planet. You know, played through it once on one difficulty. Don't want to play it again. But every time I see it on there, I'm like, should I? Do you know? And I never end up doing it. But it always goes through my head, and it wouldn't otherwise. And I think they were very clever to bring out that. And it does make things easier. For example, like I wouldn't have known I got into the Heroes of the Storm beta because I hadn't been checking my emails. I'd forgotten I'd even signed up, and I looked on the side. It was like installed. I was like, oh, interesting. I guess the game's dropped, and then I looked and it's in beta still, and I was like, oh, must have got a key. Okay, so how does the progression within a game compare in Heroes of the Storm to say LoL or Smite?
This like pacing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm watching you play it. It seems like a lot faster than LoL. I mean, LoL, between like in the first 10 minutes, you kind of not much happens. You kind of, I mean, unless you're against like a really aggressive opponent, you're kind of in autopilot. Or I don't know. I mean, the people might disagree with that because obviously some people play really aggressive, so they wanna get that early presence. But I mean, for me as a player, I play the first 10 minutes really passive, unless I'm playing a really aggressive champion like a Tryndamere, where I'll just go ham for the first, just to create that presence in a lane, maybe get a kill, kind of snowball from there.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, see, and now we can say my favourite part of Heroes of the Storm by far, mounts. That was a great idea.
Yeah. Definitely, because I don't know, you get back to the action faster. You like in League of Legends, the worst thing is when your team's in a team fight and you're just at base, and you just running back to the action. By the time you get there, it's done with most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on League of Legends. You do seem to move ridiculously slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get some boots.
Quicker, but I agree that adding mounts is
that was a fantastic idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the map is a lot smaller. You're looking at a 2-lane map, I think, for all of the maps. If I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it just brings up more options, I suppose.
Yeah, and I like the sort of map mechanics that have come onto the Heroes of the Storm as well. With the underground mines, if you've seen them.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you get to go underground. There's like a whole other map down there. Like, it's great.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Also, there's a section on the map that you were playing earlier where you could literally see, it was like a crater, and it like you could see through into the other map.
Yeah, I'll chop that footage up behind so you can see.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
It does look amazing. And speaking about looking amazing, LoL's also have a graphical update as well, has it not?
I think, yeah, it did.
I really like it. I think
it looks nice, man. It looks nice.
I remember when the first time I saw that, I think I stopped playing because I was so excited for that map update. I was just like, I'm not playing the game until that map update's in there.
Yeah, I was unaware that it was happening, blissfully unaware, as with most things. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it really. That's all we can talk about for now, and we'll come up with some. You know, we'll keep you updated as the game sort of progresses into open beta.
One thing.
Okay.
Which you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Was that the game didn't explain things right to you?
Oh yeah, the tutorial made no mention of these golems which we saw in the game, which are...
Oh yeah, jeez, they were huge aspects of the game.
Yeah, and it didn't even come into the tutorial. I played both the tutorials and it never really came in. I'm not sure why. I mean, I might have been doing something wrong. I might have skipped some kind of stage, but you'd think they'd explain something like that to you.
Yeah, like just to put this into kind of hindsight, the game you were playing, it was fairly even for the kind of standard like back and forth kind of one team got level, next team got level, but then these, no idea what they were. They didn't really expect these golems just suddenly came out of nowhere. Yours were, I think they kind of like distribute the health on something.
Yeah, I think it was on
something to do with the totems,
the control,
in the center, which you had to capture.
Yeah, and I tried to do that a couple of times.
And then your team had 20, and the other team had 80 health or something like that.
Yeah, and they just pushed so far through the base.
It literally destroyed your first outer defense completely.
Yeah, and then the next one was even worse. It was 4-96, which was, I think that was just game from there. I mean, they snowballed the game so hard.
Yeah.
And
that's one point. There's literally, like in Smite or League of Legends, if you get pushed right back to the tower, you could quite easily completely reverse the game.
Yeah, but we got pushed back to the tower, then another golem came, and that was it. I died, spawned back in just to watch the core explode. You know, like I don't know.
Oh, that's another thing. I like that the core actually does damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rather than just sitting there helplessly.
Yeah,
It's the
like
same there in Smite. You have like a mythical creature there that attacks the enemy characters.
Mm.
like in League of Legends, I mean, if the Nexus did damage, I mean, it would prevent backdoors, which I mean, for some people they wouldn't like that because I think backdoors are kind of cool, kind of flashy.
You can still do that in Smite, kind of, because if you get behind everyone, you can still one-on-one the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant as a base support rather than actual something that's actually going to probably
Yeah.
one-on-one
Yeah.
kill the enemy gods.
Yeah. I suppose so.
Okay.
But don't in League you have like statues, don't you? Right next to your Nexus.
Yeah, you have those turrets, but once those turrets are gone, the
Yeah.
Nexus is just
Yeah,
like,
for instance, sorry, but for instance, on Heroes of the Storm, they have the statues next to it, or you know, the turrets next to it, and then the core itself does also do damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what yeah.
I think the Nexus could do damage though. Maybe I don't know. I don't think people would like that too much because you know MOBAs, people don't like change.
Yeah. People really do not like change. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. We're going to look at, you know, we're going to watch this game as it progresses and see how people's feedback, much more significant than ours, affects the game, really. And just see how the community shapes this game, because I think it has real good potential to be
Yeah.
But I think it does have a few key problems, and I'm sure they're just due to my misunderstanding, but we'll just have to see how it develops.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching.